today we are going to talk about a palette that I picked up recently in a haul and had lots of questions about it. And normally when I review a palette, I do kind of a 4 looks, 1 palette with it. But I just decided not to do that this time for reasons that will, you know, we'll get into it. But at any rate, what we're talking about today is the Pur Minerals Soul Mattes palette. I have worn this quite a few times in the past few weeks since I've purchased it. And I did purchase it myself at Ulta, and it is the Pur Minerals Soul Mattes palette. So it looks like this, and it is in a metal casing. On the back, it has all of the colors listed for you. And you can see on the inside, by the way, it has a brush, which I'll talk about in just a minute, actually. Normally I skip over the brush, but we're going to talk about that. So those are the shades, and you can see they are very warm, rosy shades. I probably would not have given this a second look. I said that actually when I hauled it, but the gal that was working at Ulta said, "Have you seen this one?" when I was picking up the Vice 3. And I said, "No, I haven't. I don't own anything from Pur Minerals." So it was something I thought, well, I'll go ahead and give it a shot. Okay, anyway, ramble much. So I have worn this, like I said, quite a few times, and I have worn all of the shades. And I really like this. I don't mind. I prefer to have a little shimmer on my eye, but I don't mind an all matte eye. And I do find that I can get a complete look from this palette, and I can get several complete looks, but they do all really lean rosy, obviously, by the tones there. So let me just, actually, before I go to swatches, I just want to talk about the brush. This is a really good brush. I am surprised. Normally brushes that come in palettes, you guys know I'm like, oh, and it has a brush, and I chuck it to the side, and that's that. But you can do your entire look with this brush. It's a little bit tricky to get beneath your lash line, but you can, I mean, in a pinch, you could squeeze it and kind of, you know, blend between your lash line. But let me show you the brush up close. So it has some fluff to it. It's good for laying down shadow. It's good for, you can blend out your crease with it. You can turn it on its side because it's pinched and do kind of some outer V, what I do. I've talked about before how I kind of do a stamp method. So you could stamp color down, wipe it off, and then blend it. You really can do your entire look with this brush. I'm impressed with it. So I thought I would mention that. So aside from the shadows, I like the brush. So one thing that I want to talk about with these shadows, and let me see if I can show you, is that I'm going like this with a brush. Frequently with mattes, when you do that, you're going to kick up a lot of powder. And I'm not sure if I'm showing that really well, but these are not super powdery. I'm impressed. So, all right, I'm going to give you some swatches, and then we'll talk about the rest. Those are the first 4 shades, and this is Sweetheart, Companion, Adore, and Better Half. Okay, so Sweetheart, Companion, Adore, and Better Half. So this is Alter Ego, Sidekick, BFF, and Confidant. Alter Ego, Sidekick, BFF, and Confidant. Okay, so all of the shades in the palette, with the exception of one, I find to feel really creamy. They feel really smooth. I don't have any issues. The only one that's a little bit trickier to work with as far as getting product to pick up, I feel like, is this Alter Ego. Yeah, this one right here. That one I feel like is just not quite as creamy. It's still, you can still get product. It blends. They all blend really well. For mattes, they blend really, really well. That one, just of all of them, is a little bit tricky, that's all. So I like this palette. You can get the simplest of simple looks. So you can use like this. I've done this a couple times. This shade right here all over the lid, and then just a little bit of this in the crease, and you have a really easy eye. You can do kind of what I did today, which I put down a black eyeliner, smudged it out, and then I used this shade right here all over my eyelid, and then I actually deepened it up a little bit more right at the lash line with this shade right here. And then I combined these two, and that's one of the not criticisms, but I wish there was just one shade in here that was a little bit deeper. I feel like these 2 shades here are similar enough that we could have had just one matte brown, maybe a deeper matte brown. That's what I'm always looking for in a palette. that just to help kind of deepen things up. When I want to do that, so how I got that look tries to look so that I'm not poking myself in the eye. Like here and into the crease, what I did was actually combine these two shades. So I've really enjoyed playing with this. I can't remember if I said it sells for $32, which for 8 shades, matte, blendable, great. Clearly I'm impressed by the palette. One of my complaints with the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, and most of the Urban Decay Naked palettes though, is that there's just aren't enough matte colors. If you have this, this is just a perfect companion palette to go with that. I'm not saying you need to go buy both of these palettes because let's be real, but I'm just saying if you have this palette, this is a great companion palette to go with it. And it's great just on its own. Nice and sleek and little. So if you really like these rosy colors, these are great colors for, I actually can't think of an eye color that these wouldn't work well on, but particularly blues and greens I think really pop with these colors. Well worth it. So that's just kind of my quick little review on that. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them below. I will go ahead and leave, information as well. On the rest of my face today, I kind of told you what my eye look was. For blush today, I'm wearing the e.l.f. Pressed Mineral Blush in Wanderlust, which looks like that. And on my lips, I think that's the only other thing, I'm wearing Too Faced La Creme in Cinnamon Kiss. Just looks like that. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!